The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. Hello there, my darlings, and welcome. Welcome. It is Saturday, August the 30th. We have one more day to go in August, and then we're into September, and it's almost Labor Day weekend for us here in the United States, and wow, we are on our way to autumn, and we're on our way to fall. Oh my gosh, welcome, my darlings. I'm Lady Zelda, and tonight I hope we have an epic night. I think we're going to. We've been seeing a lot of things that are about to happen. September is going to be an epic month for Karen and her defense team. And then it's going to be an epic month for Dan Markle. Justice for Dan. Justice for John. Justice for Dan. I can tell you, maybe it's a little odd, but when I heard that people were saying that someone was being haunted by Dan. Wait, hello. Where do we get that? Where? Well, I don't even know where that is. But I was going to have a cheering and clapping because good. Now, when you're coming in, please do me a favor and bump that like button. Bump the like button, bump it all, subscribe, and welcome. True Oracle is here as well. And I want to share a little something with you. You know how the other night I had an impromptu live here on this channel? Well, I'm going to start doing it on True Oracle as well. So you might just want to go over there. If somebody can drop a link to True Oracle in the chat, you might want to go over there and subscribe if you want to catch those late night chats with me, because I'm down for it. It's been bumped. Good. I'll tell you the other thing that I thought of this whole time. Okay, June said, okay, hold on a second. May the force be with you. I like may the fourth be with you too. June said on the balcony, Donna revealed she knew Dan was haunting her. It's only just begun. Yes, indeed. And I got a little message for those who were involved with the unaliving of John O'Keefe at 34 Fairview. Your bump is next. Take some notes from this trial, because there's been more that has come out and been recorded than what you think. Jen, come here. Consider yourself bumped. You're being watched, my darlings. You're being watched, Jen. Pardon me. Being watched. And not by us. You know, I'm going to tell you something. Don't you think that word bump is kind of funny? I do. Hello, let's just go bump. You just here's your bump, right? And trying to send bad juju. No, girl. No, girl. I sit here and I watch Donna Adelson's trial, and I've not really even been into it. I missed Charlie's. I missed all this. I missed all of them. Listen, I don't have to be psychic to know that you might be next, Jen. You better take some notes. You better take some notes. Whoever you hired to coach you, Jen, in this last trial thingy for Karen, it wasn't even a trial. It was a hoax. It was a hoax. Whoever you hired for the tan and the blowout to look healthy, you know that's why they tell you to get a tan, right? So you look healthy. So you don't show those signs of stress, lack of sleep, not eating well. Getting in there, getting jiggy with it, Jen. So you better get that coach. And y'all better get really lawyered up because, hey, they're coming. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next week. But just out of the blue, look around. You don't know who is following you. You don't know who is recording you. You just don't know. This should show you. But it's too late to tick that lock because y'all have been out there. Well, if she doesn't plead, this is going to be an episode. Oh, my darlings, for the only episode it's going to be for are you guys. So I've got some exciting things. I just had to say that. Thank you so much. Somebody said they liked my nails. Thank you. I got them today and pressed them on because I'm just in the mood. I'm just in the mood. I got to tell you, I can't take sitting in front of somebody at the, no, I don't like that. Get them. There's a way. These babies will be on for a long time. I'm my nail girl. I'm my nail guru. I'm my hair guru. I'm my nail guru. Thank you very much. And for those of you who want to know how I keep the shine in my hair, because everybody's asking, I'm going to tell you. It's an old 1950s trick. Before you go to bed at night, I can't even, you don't even touch. Take your finger, no eggs. You don't even take your finger into the jar of Vaseline. Just just pretty much the same as VO5, only they used Vaseline. And you just take a little, not even a touch. You put it in the palm of your hand and you put warm water on it and you just you let her rip, tater chip, and you take a towel and you gently buff it in, gently buff it in, gently buff it in. Tomorrow morning, you look like you're $1 million. That's what you do. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with those 1940s and 50s beauty actresses. Right? Hello. Cass Granny, I'm curious, Miss Zelda, how many hours of sleep you get? Not enough. But I probably get about 4 hours of sleep a night. 4 hours, about 4, something like that. Because I'm always, And look who's in the chat, everyone. Mrs. Marie, and say hello to her. Mrs. Marie. I love VO5, but it's not the same formula that it used to be. Okay? Not the same formula. Be careful. Be careful of those things. Because they change it. They got Charlie Cheapo on all of us. So they change it. So Vaseline can be your friend. I'm going to tell you a little bit another thing too. I'll show you one of these days. You know that same little finger you took the Vaseline on and you tapped it before you put it into your palm? You take that finger and you tap it under your eyes. Tap it, and then let it be. Let it soak in for a minute. And then you can either take toilet tissue or a gentle paper towel. That's what I do. And I just dab. You want to dab the excess off. I mean, for my age, I've got some creases, but I don't have any crow's feet. I might have a couple of marionette lines. We may have to worry about that, okay, later. But there you go. The get ready with me while we're getting ready to take some EVPs, right? Hello. Where else do you see that on YouTube? Get ready with me with EVP. Let me see. Somebody said something to me. Oh my goodness, my darling. Thank you so much for the Venmo, Roxy. Oh, my darling, you're so wonderful. Thank you. And now, because we're getting ready to leave the cotton candy blizzards, candy corn might be in my future, but not the chocolate. My favorite is the Brock's Autumn Mix because I like the maple candy. I like the maple. Let me get ready here because we've got a show tonight, my darlings. But I eat the candy corn in sections. You bite off the tip or you bite off the, it makes it last. There we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Oh, wait a minute, Kim. Is this your first time here? Kim, welcome. Well, look at that. Oh, we know who that dude is. Thank you, my darling. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Don't say that near the gents, right? Hello. So, my darlings, I've got a show for you tonight. Yes, we're going to do some EVPs. Yes, absolutely, Linda. Feet, hands, nails. Yeah, hello. That's superstar movie model. A little jar of Vaseline goes a long way and can be your friend. All right. I'm going to tell you, I put these nails are like bulletproof. These things will not come off. They're not just going to go sing. Now, I'm going to tell you, I do wear gloves when I do dishes and I clean. These, I get whatever. I think these were $3.99 on Amazon. And Mrs. Marie sent me a picture. And I said, oh, whoa, color those mine. It's how you put them on. It's how you put them on. So there you go. Oh, hi, Angie. Well, welcome, my darling. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Julie, Vaseline. The trick is easy does it. Easy does it. Hi, Tammy. Hi. Trick is easy does it. Yeah, these things are on here. I'll show you one of these days. I'll show you how to put them on, but these will stay on for at least, I will have to take them off before they come off because my nails will be growing out. And then I have a nail drill, not for my nails, but I clean them up and I will rewear them. You'll see me with them for quite some time because I love them. So I don't have time to sit in a nail salon. I mean, I think it's great. I don't like it. I want to do it myself so I can see what the heck is going on, right? That's the way it is. Okay. Now that we have all the beauty tips and everything else for out of the way tonight, we have a show. And I have something that I cannot wait to show you. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Do me a favor, because I see some of you are coming in. We have 200 people between True Oracle and here. And I've got to say thank you to Roxy. Thank you. Look at this. Thank you, my darling. Look, look, look. Whoops, right here I am. Okay. I have to remember I'm backwards. Here we go. This lady. Thank you so much, my darling, for your generosity, because she gave 10 Fate and Fortune with True Oracle memberships there as well. Now, I want to tell you about Fate and Fortune, the True Oracle. You can upgrade and you can get these manifestation videos. And if you want to know how I got my cheekbones high, and if you want to know why I don't look 65, it takes a lot more than Vaseline and press-on nails. I listen to these, I make these, and I live manifestation, laws of attraction. And believe me, I see other women my age, and when my grandmothers were my age, wow. And I decided long ago, no, I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. That's how I do it. You can go over to True Oracle. All you have to do is listen to those videos that I'm making. And it's all about you are beautiful. You are manifesting. You are attracting. You can get money. You can get, I'm telling you, every day, opportunity knocks, all kinds of other things. Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you. Maybe when the lights come off, hello, but thank you, my darlings. There you go, Rena. I'm going to be, I'm not one, but I can tell you what, Stevie Nicks, hello. Oh, do you, Roxy? Do you listen to him while you sleep? That's a good thing. Look at this, Aunt BB. Hello, my darling. 10 Lady Zelda, and welcome to all of those in the chat that YouTube has designated new members. I wish I could give away memberships. I don't. Zelda, no way. Do you look? Thank you, my darling. Thank you, thank you. Well, we're getting ready to get into the EVPs, but I got something I want to show you. We're not ready yet. If any of you watched Miss Melanie Little, attorney Melanie Little today, because Melanie will be coming on the show, there's a certain time I'm going to invite her on, and she's going to be coming. And if Miss Melanie, if you're watching, bless you, my darling, because I can't wait. But what I'm about to show you is something that I've been working very, very hard on. It's not available yet because I want to make sure that it is consistent. But we're going to use it for EVPs tonight. We're going to switch back and forth between some other ones. I might even hook up another phone. Why not? Another camera. Why not? I love Miss Melanie. Talk about a talented true heart. And if you don't know this, that lady is very empathic, and that's why she does a very good job. Extra. She's got the extra. She's got the extra. And thank you, Kim. Thank you, thank you. Now, I might, while we're watching this other thing, so I want you to pay very close attention to this, because this is going to be epic. And I'm turning my other camera on now. We'll see what happens here. But I can't wait to show this to you and to look. And hello, Mid Tennessee Paranormal. Bless you. Sorry, I'm making noise. Bless you, bless you. Got to take a little tinky. There you go. All right. Now, we'll see about this. Give me a second here. We'll see what we can do to hook up another one, because hello, why not? Right? Why not? I don't know if I have another stand, but we'll find something. We'll find something. And we'll plug in, because we need to. But I've been working very hard on this. You'll know when it's getting ready to roll out, because I will make a trailer, as in a little video trailer announcing what it is and what it can do. Being in the paranormal field, some of these EVP apps and some of these ghost apps and some of this sort of thing, well, sometimes they just aren't enough for me. They just aren't enough. And, you know, the idea is, at this point, give me a second. You know how to combat that? You do it yourself. You make one yourself. You do it yourself. You know what's needed. You know what you want to see, and all of that jazz. So I would like to present to you, because I've already cleared the decks, it's only John's energy, and it's only John's energy, and it's only Dan Markle that can come through. Now, I want you to know, sometimes little stinkers come through. There's names for them. We're not even going to call the name, because I don't want to call them through. And if they come through, great. We'll shush them away. But we're looking, so I want you to look for signs of Dan, and I want you to look for signs for John. Now, I've got this other going here. If you give me a second, my darlings, thank you for being patient, because you know, hello. We'll get things rocking and rolling. I got to mute stuff. I've got it, because, you know, hey. Oh, I love disco dancing too, because listen, I used to disco dance and had a partner and thought I should have been on Saturday Night Live. Fever, not live. Hello. And yeah, here we go. So let me get into this. I'm excited. I can't wait to show this to you, because, well, hello. Because I want to share it. Yeah, there are some. I love this. Who's talking about ghost trolls? Let me get up there. Mitchell. Yes, there are such a thing. And I saw you asking questions in Miss Melanie's chat today. I love it. Yes, there are ghost trolls. Ghost trolls. Okay. The high-pitched squeaking is not squeaking, it's cat TV. And I'm sorry, but that's what Shaggy requires. All right, my darlings, let me do this. Let me grab somebody. And for some reason, StreamYard, when you enter a studio, so give me a second here because it's going to jump on and I don't want it to come on the screen right away. Maybe. It says it's coming on. Hello? Maybe. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. We want you to remove. All right. Let me see what we've got going on here. I've got to set up my cameras. I know, I should have done this before. Let me see. Mute. Mute. For some reason, thank you very much. For some reason, thank you. Thank you. For some reason, yeah, I muted myself. Hello. But for some reason, StreamYard sort of kind of wants to be a little on the difficult side because it's saying one thing in my control panel and it's saying another thing in the other. Back facing camera. Okay, so let's get started. May I present to you? Okay, if you can hear me, can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Let me know. Can you hear me now? I think you can because I can hear me on this other camera. Yes, okay, good show. I would like to present to you everyone and to John and to Dan Markle. I would like to present to you this evening, my darlings, the Lady Zelda Spirit Key. And here we go. We're going to start working. Now let me push out a few little elements here for you. Yeah, StreamYard has raised its price, I think, again. Don't like it. So let me explain to you what this, and this will be available to all of you soon. No, Petey. This will be available to all of you soon. No. No. Let me explain. We have 4 buttons up here at the top. The one on the far left is a camera button. So when you push it, if you see something come on the screen, if you see this, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, click on that button. It takes a screen. Yes, that is Poe. And you see we have the key right here. This is the spirit key. Then the next here is a static button. Sometimes you can, I don't know if you can hear that or not. You should be able to. You can toggle that off and you can toggle it on. We're going to keep it off because sometimes it's a little annoying when you're doing this kind of thing. The next button here is, my darlings, your word log. And you will see your words come up in a session log and you can actually export that. Oh no, don't come here, Petey. You're going to knock everything over. I just know you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, so let me close this. Now, you see here at the bottom, that's a word bar that gives us an indication that there are spirits are here, that they're going to be active. And when words come through, and you'll be able to see the word right here will come across above this screen. Now, this screen right here is a static screen. You may see something come through. You may see an orb. You may see a hand. I saw a hand earlier today. You may see a person come through. You may see whatever it is. I don't know. But I've not used it long enough to find out, and we're going to. So this is Petey Pink Nose, the Petey Paranormal. Here he is. So right here, this little button here is how you get started. So let's do that. Now, you see this? It says, for me to use the microphone, I'm allowing this to use the microphone. Patsy, what this will do, my darlings? Oh, hello. Suit. Mexico. Take photos. Okay. Fearful. Who is fearful? Don't do it. Now, it is reacting to all of us. Oh my goodness. Okay. You see there's orbs and all kinds of things. It's jumping in. It says today, look at this. Hacked. Military hacked kid going. It's going to be very active because we have all of us in the chat. And I have set it to be actually more active. I don't like just sitting around. And that's the word Sarah. Now, who is Sarah? Aware. Now, my darlings, question, okay? It said hospital. I'm not sure. Did it say hospital? Creep. Stop. Speed. Pond. She won't. Now this, we're keeping all this on a log at home. They did Ireland. Okay, so that must be John. Call them. It said handcuffs. Okay. Death Alley. Okay, so this must be John. Bridge. Stomach. Talk to me. Okay. We're here. John, I am here someday. Okay. Hello, Taurus. He won't hurt me. Cell phone. Now, the reason that this is court, okay. Clear. The reason you're seeing things come through cuffed is because the microphone, it's because of the energy, and it's because I've set this I've set this perimeter very high. Crime scene evidence. Rocket Shauna. Witch. We know who that is. Bad witch. Sunday. No, chat doesn't confuse it at all. No. Don't, Mark. So there's energy trying to come in, my darlings. Garage, Forever Carolyn, Box. Now, I don't know if you can hear those noises. Christopher, Libra. Can you hear it making the noises? Heaven, wrong. Arm. Okay, so we do know it's John. Word, stomach. Okay, close. Gotcha. She won't. Okay. Sounds like pop. Okay, I know garage. I can't help it either. Data bridge mystical. Look up. Do I? I can't help it every time it says something like that. I do. I'm reading it. Okay. There are a lot of words, and there's a lot of phrases. Peg and John. Okay. Welcome, John. Welcome. Watch. Fatal. It's responsive for us. Yesterday, Joe. Stop. John, what do you think about what is happening now in Karen's future? Okay. Ask again. Sam. I put in identified. I put in a basic 500 words. Then there's a certain way that you can put in through the binary system that it will generate some of these words. Some of these words and these phrases, I have not. I put in the basic. It was an accident show read. So it will generate these words by vibrations. I said it. Okay. It's like putting your vowels and consonants in, and the app is able to vibrate these. Okay. Sunday. Tomorrow's Sunday. Jaw. Now, my darlings, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start this second one. I'm going to add it to the stage. So we've got two of them going at the same time. Bread. Who is Sarah? Data. Who is trying to Emily? Another country. Queen. Mr. So it is reacting to my voice. Hank. Now, I did not put Hank in there. What about Hank? Amber. Now, what I will be doing, once I roll this out, I will be offering additional, like premium packs of words, so you can increase the word count. I will be also fifth. I will also be Rice, Brenda. I will also be no, I'm reading these words because they're going fast. I didn't realize they would be going that fast. My darlings, keep watch. I need to remove myself just for a second. I'll be right back. Thank you. I wanted to turn down that other TV. There we go. South Africa, I'm a little late. I'm here. Thank you. Famous. Who's famous? Who's famous? Took evidence. Who took evidence? Okay, I would like to speak to John. I'm sorry, to Dan. Dan Markle, are you here? Hi, Candy, my darling. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Come in. Give that EVP. Give that EVP a bump. Hi, Anne. Melissa. Dan, I want to hear from you, my darling. I want to hear center. You are in the center. Northern. New big words. Stable. I want to hear be charged. Dan, who's going to be charged next? Is it Harvey or Wendy? Or could it possibly be both? Another word coming. Take a look at this. Uniform. Northern Florida. That could possibly be that. Brother. Okay, so numerous. So I know watch time. Angie. Take photos. His family and friends called him Danny. Aw. Allie. So John is still coming in a little bit. And you know what? Sometimes that's normal. September. Okay, September is going to be a month. Grass, eligible, explosive. Okay, so I think September is going to be explosive. Yes, Wendy will meet justice. Wendy will be brought to justice. They're all preparing. They know what's coming. After Friday, after yesterday, they all know. And now that the state has rested its case, they're all taking the weekend to try to work things out, but everybody is scared to put anything in writing, to talk on the phones. Wouldn't you be? I certainly would. Cast a spell. It wouldn't. School. J. Emotion. Who's in Northern? Tell us who is in Northern. Who is in Northern? Nathan. Forever. I don't know Nathan. You're welcome, Anne. You're welcome, my darling. Composition. Yes. That is Donna. She's writing a competition Saturday show. That's right. That's right. We're here right now. Adam, pen, no. Time period. Who keeps showing up in the screen? Driving. Evelyn. Who's Evelyn? Room. Here comes another one. Hello. Thank you so much, Resisting. Please. Yes. Karen's brother. Devil. Saturday. Today is Saturday. Who keeps coming through? Who keeps coming through? Abby. Auction. Is something going to be auctioned off of Dan's? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss Patty, for being here. Help. What kind of help can we give you, my darling? Help where? Could be Nathan Reed. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. Karen's car. Maybe. Karen hasn't gotten her car yet. Doorway and floor. Federal. Yes. Okay, so I think this is John. May, because he's giving us little hints about John. Law enforcement. Okay. So that these, I told them. So John, I really think that you were involved. Thank you so much, Patty. I really believe you, Pat. Okay. Alicia Trail. I don't think she got her phone back either. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. But you know what? The longer they take, the Mike, bed, law, killed. Who did that? Who was it? Tell us who did that. Kickoff, emergency, soft. John, if that's you, tell us a name. Who? Police. Who did that? Ever. Print. Oh, you saw Bev too? Oh, wow. Gospel. Records. So, do you feel the spirit key? Is this something that you would want for yourself, or is there something that you would like to have added to it? What are you thinking, Grandpa? He always says Grandpa. Tell the truth. Sad. She still isn't driven. Hurt me. I think she's concerned about driving. Book. Fingerprint. Bev, yeah. Watch first. John keeps saying school. Back to Melanie was on. Remember, she was supposedly drive by the school. Said school to meet. Yeah, I think that it was Allie, that Allie McCabe that took Colin there to the school. Oh, it said, okay. There would be an instruction booklet. There would be a help thing. There's an instruction booklet. There will be all kinds of things. Bird, that's right. You see the raven on there. That's Poe. Merchant. The images are not on the app. They are from the energy. So what you're seeing at Criminal, Television, Elizabeth. So what you're seeing in that little medium right here, Jeff, I just saw Jeff take. What you're seeing right here is energy coming through the app. And it actually filters it in a way that we can see. Is it an orb like it is right now? Is it more of a full body? What type of energy is it? Elizabeth Proctor, there you go. Food, a meal of food. Joey, certainly. Okay. Look at that. Those red bars. Wow. Oh, yeah, the TV. That's right. Notice. Alive. Now, that when you're seeing that is the energy pulsing. All I can remember. Tell us what you can remember. Unalived me. It's moving fast. Yep. I'm not good. Cuffed. Now, the reason it's going fast, and it can slow down, it can speed up, but the reason it's going fast, demon, is because it is resonating with us. The energy, watch, crime scene tape, that's got to be John, or it could be Dan. They put crime scene tape up at Dan, didn't they? There you go, Michelle. What do I think of Enrique's case? The results was not what I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that they were holding back on Enrique's case because his injuries are the same as John, which proves, in my opinion, that it was fisticuffs. Evil. That's right. It was a fight night at both places. Second time. I love this. I want one and I would buy your app. Okay, my darling. Thank you. Random. Now, this is a test. All I can say is that it will be improved. Our words programmed in as its vocabulary, only basic vowels, consonants, this, and then what it does is the more you use it, the more it trains fatal. The more it trains itself how to say more words. Because I put like 500 words in it and was using it, and I tested it, and there's over 675 words in it now. Jeff, death. Okay. So the more that it will, the more you use it, the more it will resonate. And the more that it will be able to form those words. I've been seeing phrases in here that I didn't put in. Mexican, okay. Brandon. I don't know who Brandon. Just said accident and fate. Oh gosh. The spirit key is so cool. Thank you so much. I told them, Rock, Miller, look into it. Matter. Indicted. Pants. So I'm going to be improving on this a little bit. Mystical wound. So far it's okay. But I'm wondering, because what I want to do is put a voice with it so that it reads the words. Maybe. Here. Toy. Leo. Said it was an accident and then said, I'm reading it. When I saw the medical report for Enrique during Maelstrom, part of me hoped that John's family would see it. I'm going to say this. He keeps asking, are you good? Yeah. Time period. Yeah, Wendy's ex. Wow. And the ER. Now, I know I didn't put that in. Watched. I did watch while you were in the ER, John. Along. What are you looking at, sis? What you looking at, mommy's girl? It records lists of words. Yes, it does. In fact, let me show you right here. You can see all the words that it's recorded so far. And then you can come down here and you can export them and keep it as a record. So yes, it does. Launch. Yes, this is a launch of this. Thank you. So I'm going to be working. It's not going to be on the App Store. And the reason it's not going to be on the App Store is because I want everybody to be able to use it, whether you have an iPad, a tablet, an Android, an iPhone, a Google phone, and it can be web-based. So if you can pull up a web, like a web, I'm using it right now on the desktop. So police, okay. Enrique's family deserves better. Yes. And you know, the sad part, yes, it will work with the PC. I have another cemetery, mass corruption, mass. And there comes a point, something, if not with Peggy and Paul, then it may be with the kids. These kids won't always under the McAlbert thumb. Yes, I agree. Now, it said another country. Now, I'm going to tell you, I think we've got a cross between John and Dan here. Massachusetts, that's right. Now, I'm going to say this. I pre-ordered Howie Carr's book. I have asked him if he would please, goodbye, they pushed. That's what he told me. They pushed him. Go Leo. Thank you. Will. I have asked Howie Carr if he will allow me to read some of the excerpts or maybe a chapter or a few paragraphs to you. When I receive the book, I've asked him, Brian, and Lucky. Favorite psychic? Oh my gosh. But I ordered it and I've asked him for permit. Melanie. Miss Melanie, if you're watching, girl. I'm okay. All right. So anyway, I'm going to get this out one of these days. I have asked if, when I receive it, if he will allow me without copyright striking me. Shouldn't be a problem, but I want to get his permission. Then I can read, because it's a book about mass corruption in the Karen Reed case and beyond. Email, share, key. When I fell. Oh, I didn't put that in there. I didn't put that in there. I can tell you that. I did not put that in there. Yeah, his wife is a judge too. How convenient. Not like the Daily Mail, right? Resisting? Not like the Daily Mail. You hear that? Red rum. And who's showing up there? Grandpa. China. China. Who's, oh, could that be Annie Chung? Road. Legislator. Yes, see, laws are starting to change. Laws are starting to change in Massachusetts. Pardon me, I'm making a lot of noise tonight. Could Grandpa be Harvey Adelson? It could be. It could me. Okay, it could be. I'll bet. Mitchell says I'll bet Howie put a lot of Ute content in his book. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure he's got a lot of he's condensing it. He's got, listen, devil in them. Amen to that. Dog, cuffed, Margaret. That's mama. Crotch. Crouch? Was that crouch or crotch? Wow. Door. What door did you go into and what lamp took them? Boy, this thing is draining my batteries. iPhone records just came up. Nurse. Nurse. Shh. Shot. Oh, was there a good standout? Listen, if I were there in cheek, wasn't Dan pewed in the cheek and then hit and knocked his glasses? Yeah. Was pewed in the cheek. Thank you so much, Chloe, Nurse Kim. Thank you so much, everyone. Margaret. So you see, the more, yeah, danger. Zelda, how do you know who's coming through? Well, first of all, by the words. Secondly, before we start, I say, you and you are allowed to come through, nobody else. And I keep them away in that regard because you can't just let it be open. That is a problem because you invite everybody and anybody in. If you don't say, I'm opening for this particular person, and now we are closed and you have to go back. Demonic. There's a whole little thing that I do before we even get into this. David. iPhone records text will probably be revealed soon from Jen and Allie McCabe. Yes. Hundreds. Pisces. That's Karen. Are you looking forward to that day? I'm looking forward to that day. David Yannetti. That's right. Event Francis. Move. Donna was going to Vietnam. She probably could have gone to China, but I don't think so. Scared. Deb. She was going to Vietnam. Yeah, Aiden did get a lot of text details, right? Chris, details, lots of things going on. I know, and details. I know, and I'll tell you, Massachusetts, Chris, interesting. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all, but I still feel that Chris did not walk home that night from the waterfall. Who is Stephen? Fearful. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jackie. It said hit from behind. I did not see that. It's going quick. Pat. Wall, as in blue wall. Wednesday. It said, where am I? Oh, boy. I think the Donna Adelson case will probably be done by Friday. Devil in them. If not Monday, Lips Demon. If not Monday, Covenant. Yeah, these people have a covenant, both Adelsons and the McAlberts. Do you think Devers resigned or did she take a family leave? She has not resigned yet. She's still on the roster mentally. So she's on family leave and being very much haunted. And who's haunting her? Her own self. Dinner. Spirit key is Dan. Your cards is superior. Oh, wait a minute. Is Dan? Sorry, the chat's going kind of fast and I missed it here. Spirit key is Dan. Your cards is John. Well, I don't have cards out tonight. I think it's going to be both that are coming through. I'm seeing both indications of coming through. Don't know who Richard. Question, will Donna testify? I think Donna's going to see how it goes. If I were Donna, just give her a shovel because she's just going to dig her own hole. But she wants to because she thinks she can save herself with all these stories. There are similarities, yes. Herself, exactly. Hoping to hear from Dan. We've been hearing, hi Schwartz, we've been hearing a little bit, something said SHOT and then in the cheek. So we knew we knew that was Dan. And I'm seeing the energy now gaining on the other EVP app, Charlie. What about Charlie? That's a new one. Person of interest. Gina. Allow. Yeah, they. I'm definitely going to be on Verdict Watch, my darlings. Wasn't Pat John's friend who self-deleted? John became godfather to his baby. I think, was it? I think it was. Android, children, yeah. Time will tell tomorrow. Jail. Last night. Wow. AJ says he will always pronounce it Deaver, and so will I. It will be, Susie Q says, it will be a mistake if Donna does. Charlie made that mistake and Georgia filleted him. Filleted him, yes, like a little fish. Tore him up. But see, Donna, medical, Matthew. Donna, oh, McCabe, go on. China. Dinner may refer to the non-kosher wedding meal. Maybe. Fatal alley. Yes, they can both sense the chat. It is very sensitive. And I have tried to code this to make it as sensitive as possible. And it is really reacting to all of us. I can tell that. Cheek, there goes the cheek again. Matt, game, question, disappointed. It's Patricia. See, it's like that other map we use, or that other one that we use. In fact, let's put that on there. Let's see how common they are. Yeah, that it was a disgrace. The kosher wedding meal. Yes. Yes. Give me a second, my darlings. I'm going to change apps. We'll see how quickly this goes. Easily. Okay. I think this is the one that goes quickly, isn't it? I think so. I think so.
Begin. Sun.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
Distance. Share. Car. Hope. Boy.
That's me.
Outside.
Preacher.
Prove.
Distance from Tallahassee to Miami, right? What is that? 8 hours? Do the right thing on Zelda's and Charlie both came up. Ah, Zelda, you
Patient.
need a co-pilot for all the screens,
Purpose.
right?
Park. Cash.
Cops. Yes.
Heavy. Plan. Wall. Voice. Man. Poetry. Benefit. Feel.
Fruit.
Negative.
Hiya,
Sky.
Green.
Use.
Cash, Donna to Charlie to Katie. Oh, wow.
Spirit.
Drown. Caution tape.
Face. Land. Outside.
Who?
Wall.
Gina? Who?
Red.
I'm not troubled at all.
Lesson.
I'm just paying attention to these words because
Ticket.
it is serious. I want to make sure that we know some of these to come through. Legal. My heart hurts.
Pull. Jury. Chance. Seed.
Good night, Bonnie, my darling.
Fear. Profit.
Thanks for coming in.
Suspect.
Wow.
Help. Breast. Plan.
Ian. Shauna. Oh, I'm good, darling. I ain't got
Sky.
nothing to be troubled
Window.
about. All is well. You can't do that.
Rain.
Hundreds.
Cord. Confidence. Stick.
Implants. Donna, wash the money. Oh, that's right. Implants for Katie.
Table.
I'm not good.
Sleep. Share. Figure. Exit.
What's the rocket?
Trust.
Hung.
Hunt. Ideal. Deep. Talk. Effect. Gift. Date. Doctor. View. Black. Animal. Taste. Document. Strong.
Wow. They are both going
Desire.
crazy, aren't they?
Self. Tree.
This isn't
Trouble.
dangerous at all.
Wait.
Oh, Dan,
Target.
gotcha. Dan, I think it's Dan.
Choice. Seed. Metal.
I think the
Dog.
spare key is John, and I think this other one, the ghost talker,
Try. Plan.
is Dan.
Red. Feeling.
See how fast they come in?
Lack. Table.
Could be Jaina. Child.
Path. Fault. Officer.
In the
Ruin.
ER. Uniform.
Spirit. Impact.
Floor.
East. Today.
Uniform. Clothes on the floor. Definitely. Wow. Who's that coming through?
Voice. Track.
There's no word speed control
Attack.
because you don't want to speed control. Because this is how quickly we sat on
Space.
here
Judge.
some nights and it doesn't even talk.
Table. Chance. Breast. Effect. Sincere. Choice. Nothing. Abuse. Wonder. Inside. Date.
Maybe that's
Share.
that's a good thought. Hey, it's me, Stacy. Rockets.
Pressure.
Space Center, Florida.
Worry. Taste. Tower. Mother.
Nathan Adam Reed, right?
Sentence. Strong. Silver. Room. Swim. Law. Devil.
Yeah, clothes on the
Space.
floor. Federal.
Shelter.
See, that's
Demon.
John.
Advantage.
Okay,
Purple.
that's
Cash.
I'm going to
Foot.
pause that for a second. That's a little rough for me right now. Let me do this. We're going to go back to this. There we go. They moved it to December. Now it's been coming up, right, Susie? It's been coming up a couple of times. It said December. Jeff. Ethan. Who is Ethan? Dwight. China, Mark Better, Mass is Chinatown. I was thinking too, maybe it could have been Annie Chung. Thank you, my darling, for your generosity. I appreciate you. Karen Reed was framed. Yes, she was. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody just sent me another Venmo. I want to thank you, but it's anonymous. Ethan may be the Idaho 4. I don't think so because I'm asked not for anyone else to come in. This is a lot of energy right now, October. Because frankly, do we know what Dan and Wendy's boys' names are? One is Ben that I know of. That's all, Libra. Because I'm going to tell you something, there's nothing worse. Ben and Lincoln, okay, thank you. There's nothing worse, law enforcement, than going out on an investigation and you're standing there waiting. And you might not get anything at all. So that I've made this spirit key extremely sensitive. I was followed. Bev, prayer. Attorney Melanie Little talked about third-party culprit today. I would just love that if they filed third-party culprit in this civil suit that is against Karen. Yeah, Bev, Amy. Ethan is Katie and Garcia. Oh, really? Press. Who is the press? Text. You're on a catfish run. Oh, boy. Sorry, I don't like catfish. So you can have mine, Green. I will catch Melanie on replay later. Yeah, David. She was talking about third-party peg, share, powder. She was talking about third-party culprit. And thank you, my darling Green. I still love you too. She was thinking about talking about third party, which is so interesting. See, this is what I love about Ms. Melanie, because she kind of is beyond the scope. Amy was Dan's new girlfriend in New York City. That one lady that testified that had the red dress on, she was stunning, model, supermodel looking, beautiful. Russell. Wow. She was Death Cook. Yeah, she's the ex of Charlie. She's gorgeous. Stunning. Kindness. Melanie is wonderful. But, makes me wonder, but, I can't say anything because people have looked at me before and went, who on earth, why, what, where, and how? Uncle. Okay. Painted. An ex of June. There's July. When was Charlie sentenced? Now, see, some of these words, I'm seeing more and more words that I did not put in. So this is something that the more you use it, pardon me, the more it trains. Now, do you see how it slowed down? It's because I'm not talking. It will pick up. So it will react to your environment, your talking. If you just leave it federal, it seemingly, it will calm down. But see, just like us wanting to be here, July is when Dan was unalived. Okay, 11 years ago. But the frequency is all around us. It's all around us. This app is capturing it. And if you use it on your phone or your device, or like I am right now, I'm using it on my PC and I've got my computer here. I'm sorry, my microphone. It will ask for permission to use the microphone. Favorite psychic, box, right? Thanks need to know. Crazy as John and Dan have garage in common. Oh, as Donna testifying was for Dan. Train. This is type of conspiracy. Georgia says it's like a train. Yeah. Fatal. Very polite EVP. That's right. Bar. August. Bird. Yes, I can hear a bird in the background. So I just want to take a second here. Uncle. Trooper. Kara. I don't know, Kara. I didn't put that name in. Take. Stable. So I'm going to grass stop. Email afraid. Email. Who emails everybody? Did he see an officer at the table? So I'm going to show you real quick. It's sus. Wow. Sean. I'm going to show you real quick here. Look at this. Look at all the words that it's catching. See? These are all the words. It's keeping a log. And when you're done, down here, it doesn't show, but there's an export. You can export all the words and go over them again. And it has the timestamps, and then you close it out and you're back in business. Both cases, officers' involvement, yes. I think having you read EVP is more enlightening from you, Miss. Thank you, my darling. What was John's niece's names? Kaylee, I think, was one, wasn't it? I can't remember. Dan was a prolific communicating with many friends and students. That's why so many names, Dan 100%. Yeah. Kara is Chloe's new name. Oh, really? Oh, that's right. That's a buttload of words, right? Cora was Chloe's new name. Okay. Manifestation videos are amazing. Thank you, Patty. Benny. Now, I'm showing this on my computer screen. Train. This will be much clearer when you have it on your application, when you have it on your device. You can have it on your PC. It's made for PC, and that's why I'm not going to put it on the App Store, because I'm not going to limit. Because how many times have I wanted something and it wasn't available on a particular device? Don't like that. And don't do it. Help me jail. Lay. Suit. Mirror. Make the call. Wendy moved to Pay. Who paid who? Do we really know who pulled the trigger with Dan? Or is that kind of like we don't know? Garcia did, okay. Okay. Sigfredo Garcia, okay. Her adopted parents changed, I think that changed. Pardon me. Okay. See, I'm a latecomer to this wound where Joshua. Make the call. This is going to sound really weird, but was this the first time that Garcia did this? Something like this? Obviously, he would have been because think of what he has to think of for the rest of his life. How many people so far have life in prison? Charlie, Garcia, there's another one, Katie, who else? There's 4 so far, life in prison over Dan. And there's more to come. There could be Donna, there could be Harvey, and there could be Wendy. Luis Rivera, that's right. Wendy has not been arrested yet because all the evidence is circumstantial. But I think the more they get into it, Rivera, but he got 19 years. Why did Rivera get did Rivera talk? And how long ago did Rivera get 19 years? But did you think it was Wendy or Harvey that will be next? I think it will be Harvey that is next. I'm thinking. But who knows? Okay, Rivera ratted. Okay. And Katie should have for the sake of her kids. I'm sorry. But if somebody gave her, recall, if somebody gave me that opportunity and I screwed up, I would have taken that for my kids. Almost ready for release, okay. He took a plea, okay. Hi, Gerda. Hi, Gerda. Kurz, Gerda. Ist die Deutsch? Gerda? Soon. Okay, look into it. But I think, let's see, I think it's been 11 years for Dan. And they're just now getting to it's Afrikaans. Okay, thank you, my darlings. Thank you. Because I have German friends that are Gerda and Gerta and Herta. So thank you, my darling. That was heartbreaking. This was all for the kids, but now these poor innocent children will all grow up with it, right? Right? Perp. Young perp. Room. That just, Katie had full immunity. She blew it. She blew that. Imagine being one of her kids and saying, Mommy, you can get out and spend the rest of your life. You made a mistake, but come be with us. And she says, no. But I'm going to tell you something. Katie has not said everything. She thinks she's going to get, I think that Katie thinks that she's going to hold back and really tell. Guten Gott im Himmel. That's right. Upset. Think of how those kids feel. Their mother choosing not to be with them. It just makes me sick. It said Higgins. I didn't see Higgins. Markles are divorced and live in Canada. The kids are U.S. citizens. Oh. In a long time. What expression, my darling, haven't you heard? Oh my heck. One of Katie's kids is autistic. Oh. They all make me sick. That's why, look up. That's why I couldn't watch this trial, because I knew there was little kid, there's kids, and 11 years. So look, my darlings, it took 11 years for all of this to come to trial. It could take a minute. Did somebody hear something? I thought it said hey or day or something. It's not supposed to talk, but I thought I heard it. It said Jennifer held them. I don't think everybody wants to take the fall over Wendy. I think now they're on a mission to get Wendy, because Wendy is the only one that didn't want to talk. She didn't want to come around. She didn't want to help them. She didn't want to do anything. She's staying far from them. It said ham. Hung knife. Thank you very much, South Africa. Welcome. Don't do it. Oh, this jury's not going to be hung. I can tell you. And especially if Donna gets up there, this is over. This is over. And did you see that FBI agent that was on the stand yesterday, kind of giggling and laughing through this? Look, her lawyers feel that she is guilty, but they can't do that. I mean, I can say it because I'm not a lawyer, but in my opinion, but they have to treat her as though she is innocent. There's a presumption of innocence there, regardless. It's just like Miles King. Regardless, because she has a right to a jury of her peers. It said, hey, okay. Cement payment to replace basement floor. Eat. Right? Looking at his watch and suffer. Rob, I felt so bad for him, his whole family. It's no wonder. And he was going to give his opinion, and the judge wouldn't let him. Oh, the dish. That was another law enforcement. Do you keep dishes in your closet? Yeah, my wife does. Hello. Donna will be the best state's evidence of it, right? Texting and driving. This is one comment. Do you get weird feelings when you see Donna? I do. My darling, do not text and drive. It's not, those catfish are not worth it. Pisces is up. When I see Donna, you see there's a word there, therapy. When I see Donna, this is learned behavior from Donna. She's had money. She thinks she can buy her way out of situations, circumstances. She used those people in jail. I get the heebie-jeebies when I see Donna. Oh, Dan's funeral was in Canada? I did not know that. I'm going to tell you, I believe after yesterday and seeing that Harvey was involved in some of these recorded messages and so on and so on and so on, and the text, and somebody said, oh, they're 81, they won't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter if you're 81 or 101. If you broke the law, and especially in this type of thing, and you start unaliving people and you're an accessory, you do the crime, you got to do the time. That's it. If you take someone's life, how worth it was this? I want to look at Donna right now and say, Donna, how worth it was this? Because now these kids are almost of age. And you've given them a legacy. I got to tell you this. You know, I'm going to tell you what makes me sick. My son's laughing at me. I'm going to tell you what makes me sick. I'm going to tell you what makes me sick. Is the fact that they think they are above it all, number one. Number two, that they use these kids. They used them. They used them for their own particular use. Donna wanted these kids as their play pretty. She felt that she screwed up with Charlie, Rob, and Wendy, and she wanted a second go because she called the boys her kids. That's the deal. And the fact that she still uses people by trying to manipulate them in jail. Wait, pardon me. That's just ridiculous. Stop, Donna. Stop it. But here's the very sad situation. In one of these texts or calls yesterday that we heard, she's boo-hooing and crying around. Oh, is our family cursed? You cursed the family, you old bat. You cursed your family by your narcissism and your manipulation. And if you have involved yourself in this unaliving of those two kids' father, you cursed your own family, broad. And I don't care how old you are. Yes, Standing Stones, Donna is the one of those. Don't you know who I am? I was married to a guy once that every time something would happen, he'd say, do you want me to make a phone call? He'd get mad at people. Do you want me to make a phone call? Yeah. To who? Who's going to listen to you? Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to each and every one. Please do me a favor and give me a bump. Give me a bump when you're coming in, my darlings. Give me a bump. Thank you so much. There's the bump. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. Calling that lady her jail daughter, please. Does anybody have an airplane sick bag? That's what I felt like saying. Hand out those bags in the courtroom. You know what's really sick? You see, they've marked off places for the defense behind the defense table. The only one sitting there is Harvey. There's nobody else coming. Nobody's coming, Donna. You did it. You cursed your family. For anybody who wants to know, because I get asked about this all the time. Do is there such a thing as generational curse? You're watching it. You're watching it unfold. This is a generational curse. It started out with Donna and Harvey. Harvey is complicit. He's a tag-along husband. Sorry. We know who wears the pants in that family. Harvey. So you've got Donna, and then you've got Rob, who escaped this family. Then you've got Charlie and Wendy, and now you've got a third generation, and we're all praying to God that these young men are able to get the therapy that they need to overcome this, because their last names are Adelson, and they have a legacy. Who does that? Who does that? When my husband passed away unexpectedly, my son was 4 years old. I vowed then that I would keep his name because he's my only son. That is a legacy that he will pass on to his family one day. But I didn't want him to feel alone. I've always kept that last name. Always. And you'll put that on my stone, because that's just the way it is. That's right, Linda. The McAlberts should be paying attention, since it took 11 years to get Charlie, Louise, Sigfredo, Katie, and hopefully Donna, and their investigation is not over. That's right. And they keep wanting cheek. See, the cheek keeps coming up. And I know Dan was. And everybody's, oh, nothing's going to happen to him. Oh, my darlings, it ain't over. And why these people keep announcing, oh, the FBI, what are you trying to do? Comfort them? Because the feds are never going to announce. Oh, just a minute. I got a letter in the mail. Oh, hello. My name is Agent Oobligada. And since I'm Agent Oobligada with the 3 initials, I just want to announce to you that since we've been looking at you for how many centuries, we just decided to cut off the. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Signed, respectfully, Love and Light, Agent Oobligada. It doesn't happen that way. They just disappear and they just go away. But the one thing that people don't say is that when you're on the watch list, and that's exactly what they are on the watch list, my darling. Any little thing, if they have a wrong body function, so sour, absolutely. I'm salty, Father don't. USA, wow. Some of these words that are coming out. But you can have, do you all like that, Agent Obligada? That's our name now. That's the name, Agent Obligada. You have a wrong body function, and Agent Obligada will be coming out of the woodwork. He'll be driving the ice cream truck up to your door, asking you, could it be a push-up pop or fruity tutti frutti train? Right? A train of thought. That's exactly what it is. Because they will now have a life of, including Kelly Deaver, since she lied, including, what's her face? Carrie, because she's a tuaka. All of them. Capable, that's right. All of them. Agent Obligada with the three initials will come screeching out of the woodwork and say, we looked into your past and we looked into your tax returns, and we found out through your tax returns that you broke your green crayon in 1969. And that gives us an excuse to pull you in for more questioning. It ain't over. It never is. And they're on the watch list now. I don't know why everybody, Hank and all of them, oh, yay, happy day, are here again. They are full of the brown stuff. But hey, we're just going to let them live the dream. We're just going to let them live the dream. And we'll just, now you're singing Agent Obligada instead of that Beatles song, oh, blah-dee-dee, blah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you the song that I sing every time I hear Pro Hoc Vice. That's Latin, but there's an Italian song and an opera that every time I hear Pro Hoc Vice, that Italian opera rings through my head. It's hilarious. So sour and capable, yes. Just about everyone in the CW witness list in Karen's case lied. They all did. Every bloody one. Hank and Adam Lawley. Oh, bloody, oh, bleed. Oh, bloody, be, bloody, do. Yes. Obligada. See, you know something. Isn't that more funny? Won't you jog? Won't you remember that? Carpet. Oh. Hi, Kelly. Welcome, welcome. Yes, let them relax. Eventually, liars. That's right. Because, first of all, they are just like the Adelsons, especially Colin. Running his pie hole. Hello, it's over now. I'm just going to blah, 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 blah. Ooblagadi, blagadai. Bracelets that say that. My dad's favorite saying. That's right. Ooblegada. I have to Google the lyrics. Desmond and Molly Jones. There you go. Relax. Don't do it. Because when you're wrong, you screw up. Crime scene, look, that's just the way it is. When you've committed a serious crime like this, something's going to come out. It always does. They think they can relax, my darlings, it's far from over. And especially now, oh, I'm hoping and praying to our Lord above that there is maybe someday, that's right, I'm praying to our Father that they get these third party culprit charges from Karen's team. I hope it's not too late. It shouldn't be, but I hope. I'm not a lawyer. We'll ask Miss, Agent Obligada has to be programmed into the EVP. Well, I might ask him to do that. And that'll be our little gag. Agent Obligada, who wrote a letter. Dear Zelda, this is Agent Obligada. From the three initials, I just wanted to inform you that you are full of the brown stuff. Love and light, Agent Obligada. So for those who think that the McAlberts got away with it, they ain't gotten away with nothing. They ain't getting away with nothing. That's right. There's no statute of limitation for red rum. Red rum. Red rum. Red rum. I want an Agent Obligada t-shirt. I will put Agent Obligada on the t-shirts. Look for new merch. Agent Obligada. He has replaced my Mr. Darcy. Agent Obligada. Merch. And if one of them shows up here, I'll ask them if they want a free cup. I'm sure some of them can feel it coming in the wee small hours of the morn. They certainly can. The shining red rum. 3-letter. Secret agent man. Secret agent man. Cried. Okay, now I have to put it together. But that's, you got it, stutter. Sister, yeah. Well, we have to kind of joke and laugh because these things get oobla-ga-da. These things get a little heavy sometimes, don't they? I'm not sure what happened with the 5 passports. Not sure about the Beatles. What happened with the 5 passports? You want to go down a rabbit hole for a second, my darling? Carly's birthday. Okay, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Relax. When I was a kid, I thought they sang Secret Asian Man. I'm the walrus, right? Child. Oh, they won't see it. Uh-huh. Chuck. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole and tell you that one of the topics that I plan on talking about in the Signal get-together that we have will be about Paul McCartney. Cuckoo. That's right. Zelda, I just went through Dunkin' Donuts, drive through a kid, you're not playing, and I was scanning the app and the kid goes, Lady Zelda, huh? Wow, green. That's wild. I don't like to say that I'm famous, but it's funny. Listen, when I go to the dollar store, people recognize me. Look out. I'm just kidding. But my son does not like to go anywhere with me. because people know, look, like if I go through a drive-through, because I'm an iced coffee girl, got to have that. I'm not really into drive-through things, although I will tell you, someone gifted me a burger sling, Burger King. I call it burger sling. Burger sling couple meals today for my little sidekick and myself. I was surprised. That was not bad. And the iced tea was magnificent because I always get unsweetened iced tea. I can't do the sweetened iced tea. Me too, vanilla cold brew. I like McDonald's iced coffee. People recognize you and are about to see how you out and about. Yes, they do. They do. My son gets so embarrassed because they'll be like, "Oh my God." And you know, people, because I have to watch my sugar, because if I eat a lot of sugar, look at this hack child. We're letting these talk and calm down a little bit, and we'll start Adam. There's Adam Lolly. Hello. Hi. Hi. Charged. Can you ask Dan if the owl shirt one day wore the day he died was on a nod to death? Oh, was that? Dan, you heard that. Law enforcement. Was that a nod to death, the owl? Now, I know you probably believe, I know people that believe the owls thing. I believe when I hear owls and so forth come to me, for me, it's a wisdom and understanding thing. They don't predict, but I do. Mrs. Marie, if you're here, she's one that she panics if she sees an owl. That's hilarious, Green. That is hilarious. Thank you. The owl t-shirt. It would not surprise me. Jennifer, there's Jennifer's cell phone. Overtime. Jennifer's cell phone. Now, if you're seeing the spare key jump like this, it's focusing. Doctor. Hello. Hello. But yes, my son, the last time I had my son and we went into a store, these women, oh my God, are you Zelda? Can I have my picture with you? And of course, that's the day that's the day. Wasn't looking so hot. And that learned me a lesson, as my grandmother would say. Thank you, Sherry D. Thank you, my darling. And I got your little thing today. Thank you. Oh, yes, my autograph. Yes. My goodness, my darlings. We will have a meet and greet. I'm reading it, is what it's saying. We will have a meet and greet. One time there was an owl on the front porch, hawk on the back. I was glad they didn't meet on the side porch. There you go. Zelda, I have to hear Ian's walking. Let me see if he'll come out and stand to the side because he's not one to be on camera. And I don't blame him. I'll ask him if he'll come out and talk like walking. Hold on. We'll see. I like the way Zelda types. Thank you. Nana, France. Oui, oui. Katie called Sigfredo and told him tell Louis to take down his social media post after he posted a picture of an owl. Do you see? I'm sorry about the typing. I should be more thoughtful because I know people can't hack the noises sometimes. Wendy had an owl shirt. These are people, along with the McAlberts, in my opinion. Oh, he's in the middle of a tournament right now, my darlings. So, but he will. He will. He told me he promised he will sometime soon. Oh, wait. I've got these things are eating up my energy. Hold on. Let me get another. These people. It was a barn owl. Oh my God. It was a barn owl. The scientific name is Tyto alba, one of the. I'm sorry. Oral. Jesus. Oh my goodness, Dor. I just saw Jesus in the. Jesus has come in the chat. Hello, welcome. Can you tell me, is the Spirit app key an app? It is a web app, my darling, so you can use it on the PC, on your phone, on your iPhone. I will be releasing it soon. I want some tweaks on it, but I will release it soon, and then we'll put it in the psychic shop because I'm not going to put it on the store. The app stores are crazy as far as I'm concerned. Orals for surgeon. Oh my goodness. For third time trying to write this one. I get McDonald's. I get my tea half sweet and unsweet. I saw you, Jersey. I like that too. I can't take too sweet. I get eye floaters. When I eat a lot of sugar, I have to be careful. Let me plug in this camera before I lose it. Because it is draining. Oops, I should never have done that. Can you all see it? Yes. Okay. There we are. $4,000 black bears in Massachusetts. Oh my goodness. EDB says she can't find where he did residency, thinks Charlie is fake. I think so too. I've looked. I know that EDB's hubsy is a big oral surgeon, I think. Something to do in dentistry. They can't find him. So Paul was really gone after the car crash in 1966. There's some other things too. Wendy threatened Dan with Jesus. How low can these people be? I have friends that are Jewish. I think some of my ancestors are Jewish. My friends who are Jewish always swear that I'm Jewish too, and I say no. My master is a Jew. That's it. I'm genteel. Let me look at the chat here. I like half lemonade, half tea as well. Emily's husband teaches now, Captain Harris. Sherry, I'm so behind, but I've always been curious. Was it really Sigfrida who pulled the trigger? I wonder that. I have to tell you, I wonder. There's a lot that's not been told. Mitchell has a question. Zelda, is there a prime time for spirits on EVPs? No. Usually at like time that we are right now, we are at 9:15, 9:12 Eastern and beyond. I think personally it's better closer to midnight, between midnight and 3 a.m. when all the microwaves are down and all the frequencies relax. Stain. Was that the stain in the garage? January, fall, torso. Oh my. Droog. Bag. Wow. That is John. What is your opinion on reincarnation? I don't believe in reincarnation because the word, the manuscripts talks about that. I don't believe in the rapture either. And the manuscripts talk about that too. All a big hoax. I'll be teaching on that one day. Soon. My uncle said we descended, this is Feral Kitty, from Polish Jews, while my grandma said we descended from Polish gypsies. Maybe there was a day, it might have been one and the same, depending upon who you talk to. I've got that kind of in my family too. Expected Wendy's testimony released. Why are they presenting it to the grand jury? Because they want to make sure she can get indicted. And then the prosecutor doesn't have to charge her. If she gets an indictment, that's it. Allegations soon. Funny thing, this summer I have not seen any toads or frogs. I had a little red toad outside my door, a little red one. And I told my son, I said, don't touch him. He might be poison. And my son has laughed about that ever since. He says, 100% Bible, glass, testify. He said, Mom, you mean it could be poisonous? No, in general, he could be just poison. Mods, with the link in the store, please. Psychic Shop, there you go. Now, this is not available yet in the Psychic Shop. It is new. This is the first night we've tested it. I'm seeing a few little tweaks that I want to do, but it's very receptive to the energy and to when I fell paint. Emergency, could that be in the garage? Nick. Lewis was driving. He did not pull the trigger. Does the EFP? No, it usually, I've never seen an EVP show a made-up word because there's no way to resonate that, if that makes sense. Because what I put in the basic vowels, consonants, words, and then as you go, the frequency from whomever learn how to create words. You see, we're seeing more words in here now that we're letting it go. Sad, plead. Somebody's. Does anybody, one of the thoughts that I had in here, recipe fix. Does anybody think that Wendy would toss Donna to the wolves? Do you ever think of that? Do you ever think Wendy would toss Donna? That she would narc on Donna? To save her own skin for the boys? I might. I might. And I'm wondering if that's how it's going to go. If she tosses dad and mom. Lady Z, do you think you have an idea who the fifth person was that they swiftly moved away? You mean in the Adelson or in the what are we talking about, Sylvia, my darling? Tree. Well, Wendy would do whatever she needed to. Yep. Why do you think she's kept silent? Why do you think that they've not been able to jerk anything out of her? No context, no nothing. It's poison admitted through their skin oils. It could be. Oh, that was for Standing Stone, sorry. Sure, they arrive in a clown car, leaving under the bus. Wendy would feed anyone to the wolves. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She's a lawyer. Why would she? And by the way, Wendy is an extradition lawyer. Why do you think she wasn't having that conversation? Not an extradition, I'm sorry. She was an immigration lawyer. Why do you think she was not having a conversation with Donna and Harvey about going to Vietnam? She was not going to get involved with that and lose her career. She knows exactly who has immunity and who has extradition in whatever countries. Why you would choose Vietnam? Okay, I hear Vietnam is a very beautiful country. I know people go there. But wow. I think she lives in Texas now. I think she does. It almost seems like Donna taking the boys from Dan. Yeah. I think Harvey is an accessory. I do not believe that he was the mastermind they won't see it. Yeah, I don't believe he was the mastermind, in my opinion. And perhaps until it was too late. Vietnam is immunity to extradition. Yeah, Vietnam has since changed extradition laws, so even if she made it there, she'd be back here. Yeah. You know, it used to be that way with Florida. I don't know if you knew this or not, but if you committed a crime, pardon me, and now this is a few years ago, and you hightailed it to Florida, Florida would not send you back. They just keep you. Hello. Now it's not that way anymore. Oh, yikes. Wendy, Mom, you can go here, but you didn't hear that from me. Yeah. I agree. Harvey was not the mastermind. Weird Debbie. Oh, I hate even saying that. But you can be, you're here with me. I'm about as weird as you're going to get. Florida has similar weather to Vietnam. Yeah. Interesting. That makes sense about Harvey. I agree. Yeah. Because did you see Harvey, how he was sitting there taking notes? South. And I'm noticing more words from the spirit key now. See, copper is a new one. So the more you go, God, thank you. The more you go through this, the more you let it run, it will almost it's just like these other apps. When they're new, they have to train to the energy. And that's why it's just like a deck of cards. Just like a deck of cards. the more you use them, um, yeah, the math. It's all math. It really is all math. Because the more you use the deck of cards, the better the meanings get, the better. A fresh, brand new deck of cards, I have to break them in. It takes me at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks of using them every day and breaking them in until it starts resonating with the energy. Same with the spirit key. So eventually, if you get the spirit key, give it a chance. Just give it a chance and let it go. But I am going to take it with me when I do some spirit haunts someday. I do see some tweaks I'm going to make with it, my darlings, so we'll do it again very soon. Um, Wendy has kept the kids from Dan's parents. Yeah, that's so tough. Jackie St. Germain YouTube channel cleaned up. God, you could hear Harvey implicating Wendy. Donna does everything. Yeah, Harvey's the woman, the man behind the woman. Let me say it that way. How much for the down? I don't know yet, Rosebud. It's not going to be a lot, but what I will be doing is I will be putting up premium packs, like additional words. I'm going to have a spirit key light, probably that will not include the little ghost screen, and that will have some things. And then I'm going to do the Spirit Key Pro, which will have a lot more. Washing the money. Yeah. Dirty laundry. I think so too, Sherry. Harvey should have got on that plane and said, leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when, Hank. I'll be back again. See ya. Don't want to be ya. Have a good one. Would Harvey have stayed there in Dubai? Harvey was led. Let's remember it was Harvey's present. So total laugh out loud. There you go. Literally putting money in a machine cracks me up, right? Of all things, do we all know how much it's almost impossible to get a fingerprint off of money that shows where they're mine? They can't shut up about it. That's what cracks me up. Talk, 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 talk. It's worse than Zelda going out on a ghost hunt and wanting to stop and get coffee and a piece of pie afterwards so you can sit and talk about it. If Agent Oobligada is ever with me, he will get an earful when that sort of thing. Let's see. USMC Cowgirl. Hello, my darling. Lady Zelda's secret agent may reminded me of Saturday night I was downtown working for the FBI. She was a cool long woman in a back dress. I love that. Working for the FBI. I love that song. Thank you. I love it. Thanks for the blast from the past. I love it. It's raining men. Oh boy. Major. Have you ever looked? Let me check my devices here. Have you ever looked at the lyrics of Raining Men? Why that song? See, I'll tell you why I think. Because, in my opinion, that's all it is. Jen has delusions of grandeur, like Donna. She was the organizer. She was the queen. She was the, everyone looked at Jen for answers. And then there were the men behind the women. They were the cleanup crew. All I want is to have Red Reddington in my life so I don't have to worry about anything anymore. Laugh, travel, and talk about things and eat pie and coffee with Red Reddington. If you know, you know. So, oh my goodness, Sherry, my dad was an opera singer at New York City Opera Company in New York at Lincoln Center. How cool is that? For 39 years, his voice must be spectacular. Imagine my surprise. Do you think that Jen played It's Raining Men as a noise distraction while things were happening? No. Little Eliza, look, wait, it got me, wait a little. She made it happen. No, I think that it was at the end of the day. She knew what happened and knew the boys were the cleanup crew. And it was kind of like, it's raining. If you look at the lyrics, it kind of will make sense. Drunk, it kind of sort of will make sense. Little Eliza, Melanie, Miss Melanie. Are you telling me Donna really washed the money in a washing machine? That's the word on the street, my darling. Pardon me a second. I never knew that. There are many, many things I don't know. Well, that was one of them. Thanks, you're welcome. I don't remember what it was anymore, but Judge, look at that. It's okay, Sherry. We'll all just sit here till you catch up. Run it on fast. Run it on fast. I listened to the album Aqualung for the zillionth time yesterday. Harvey could be living Charlie's dream money and lots of Asian. Possibly. Melanie Little. If you're watching Melanie, look, it says criminal cement time period. I wonder if these trigger people were happy, these trigger happy people are seeing that event roll over in their eyes daily of this man getting pewed here and pewed here. You think they are? Or do you think that they are so cold and heartless that it's just nothing? Green-eyed lady. Yep. She washed the cash but didn't dry it very well. They said it smelled musty. That's right. Katie was complaining because her bag of cash was damp and smelling mildew. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. My friend passed recently. I asked if cats were okay at her house. I said, Key. I said, does she want to say anything? I said, she has a message for you. I asked, and she will touch it. Oh, Miss Groovy, okay. I'm late. Bless you. I am so sorry. That just came out. I didn't have time to do anything. I apologize. Thank you, everyone. And if you're still with me, please do me a favor and give me the bump, bump. Sylvia's daughter, thank you so much. Do you have something, ideas on the person rushed out of the Albert house? Because I think they know too much. I think there were more people. There was an indication, watch time, chair, display. I think there was an indication. Oh, I saw that. I didn't put that in there. Of people knowing they may not have seen, but they certainly knew that something had happened and they were ushered out. Can you imagine this kid's birthday? Albert boy, here's your donuts. Here's your coffee. Zelda, did you get the thing I sent Jethro? Yes, I did. I did mention it Thursday night. Don't know if you heard me or not, but I did and enjoyed it. Thank you. The cat's hypnotized by cat TV. Yes. Yes. Sammy is over here laying under the window on the cushion. And somebody is right here. I don't know who it is. An old and a bald, unrecognizable. And then Riley is behind the green screen laying. I got to tell you something later on that kind of freaked me out yesterday. So cold and heartless. Yes, thank you so much for your support. Captain Harris and others, thank you for answering me. And Lady Zelda, thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. And I have to mention it again. Don't forget your grifting psychic. You see that little Venmo thing over there? I so do appreciate it. It's not necessary, but I appreciate it. Nothing worse than moldy old cash. Rock and roll says that's right. Can't. Help me. I wrap my cash in plastic shrink wrap, then bury. That's an idea. Can't. Plane. Well, we know Donna's not leaving on a jet plane. She's been grounded. She's been grounded. That's a real criminal mind. Wedding. Bump, bump, bumpity bump. If you bump, we bump. If you bump, I bump, we bump. I put my hand up on my hip. Okay, I'm going to stop. In my honest opinion, Jen and Carrie are jealous heifers. They sure are. Who wanted Karen to pay for stealing their? That's right. I'm with you. It's obvious they both had the delusional bad for him. Well, let me tell you this. Carrie went to the prom with John, didn't she? I'm pretty sure she went to the prom with him. She is another one that has delusions of grandeur. Donna and the owl shirt. Louis posting, Sherry says, a picture of the owl shirt night before Katie called Sigfredo to tell Louis, take it down. I just can't fathom this. I'll be right back. Look who joined me. USMC Cowgirl. No, I don't believe you're way off base. I've always said that. I have always said that Jen wanted to keep John to herself. Heartless and no regard for life. That's right. Sammy, you do this to Mama. I've always thought the same. Thank you, Tilly 444. They're my little chunks. Now what is Avery or who is Avery? How to the spirit key? Joey. If you've just come in, this is my app here. Let's check the words. Fence. Look at all the words that this thing is spitting out. Now it has a time, and it looks like that because I'm showing it on my computer. I'm actually using it on my PC in a different browser. And so far, so good. It's there. And it has a little button at the bottom. You see this? You can export it or you can close it out. There we go. We'll just close it out. That's right, Linda. Same thing over and over. Standing Stones, my darling. Thank you for the generosity. Everybody clap at this fellow. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. I wouldn't have a show if it weren't for you. Bite? Bites or bits? We don't know the difference. I'm reading it. Thank you so much, my darling. Okay, Sherry, I want to know, as I'm so curious, WhatsApp was brought up in past trials. We know now Wendy did have WhatsApp. Did Wendy communicate with Sigfredo via Katie via WhatsApp? I think there is some very, pardon the professional French, damning text and communication on WhatsApp as far as Wendy is concerned. Wendy is the smartest one because she knows you can't back up. Like Donna's trying to back up and she's trying to make up these jailhouse stories and all this other stuff. She's, hello. So it's circumstantial to a certain degree. I mean, you can talk to an unaliver, a red rummer, but if you don't make arrangements with them, then what do you know? See, it's a fine line. Canada in the case, look at that. I think they said junior high prom is like 7th grade. Okay. Well, she went somewhere with John Travolta and Carrie. Very good, Captain. Yes. Agree, midnight to 3 a.m. is the only times I've had strange spiritual encounters. Was at a hotel in San Antonio, Texas, and felt the presence. That was a Freudian slip by Zell. Over me, pushing down on my head and neck. Really freaked me out. Ooh, I can imagine. When I win the billion. That's right. Keep bringing it in. It said, Julie, there's Karen and Chloe Bite. Demon around. Donna suggested to Wendy about baptizing the boys, dressing them in nuts. I know. What? She said it wouldn't matter because they did. She's talking about covert activity. This is a woman who wanted control so bad she's willing to throw away not only her future, but the future of others. Imagine how she feels. Imagine how she feels. Prosecutor, demon. Yeah, we know the prosecutor's a demon. Imagine you have a son who's serving life in prison who won't shut up. Imagine, could you be his cellmate? I would have to be in solitary confinement because I could not stand that. I would be telling him, I would be doing the Bethany Frankel. Shut the man up. Sylvia's daughter says, I wonder how Carrie is feeling now. I wonder how Carrie's husband is feeling now. After she was in court, bless you, Riley. After she was in court and admitted to lying because that's what Jen told her, which was April, everything started in April. If she went home, that if I were her husband, I would have said, no. Do not hang around with these people anymore. You're going to start to hear the infighting. You're going to start hearing about this. The closer we get to this civil case, and I'm going to tell you, if Karen, oh God, please let her file those third-party culprit, because that means she can pull in everybody and anybody that she feels is responsible for John's unaliving. And with that being said, they all have to be deposed. Lewis has always said how messed up schmugs drinking would do. How I would even be. Yeah, I know, it's sickening. It's sickening. Miss Bus Driver, thank you, my darling. Joel from the Surviving Survivor said he had info that there is background info at Adelson's, I think, to show that this is not a first in the family history. There's something there. There's something there. Did John and Blowout have an affair? Now, that's very interesting that you're saying that, Sylvia's daughter, because I think John Blowout, I believe that Blowout wanted to get John to participate in perhaps some extracurricular activity, if you know what I mean. And I think that because of Karen's presence, he said no. And I think that's what made Jaw Blowout very upset. I think there was a time that she tried to lay it on him. My opinion only. No proof there. And no fact, just feeling. Miss Groovy, here's to all the labor goddesses and gods over Labor Day. Thank you so much. That's so thoughtful. Thank you so much, Lady Zelda, for making magic happen. And thank you so much, my darling, for being here. Thank you. Thank you. So as far as I'm concerned, when you sing that song, who's skipping down the streets of the city, it won't be Wendy, because I think Wendy's going to be locked up. However, I think Wendy is waiting. She's going to see what Mama says on the stand. And I believe that if anything smells, because they offered Katie immunity, and she was very much involved. So why would they not offer Wendy immunity if she sang like a canary? I mean, think about Katie's involvement, and they offered her immunity. Shoot fire, I would have taken it. There wouldn't have been any guess. More of a question, Lady Zelda, about the expedited Wendy as testimony, wondering what they did that as presence to the grand jury to arrest. I think they're trying to decide what to do to Wendy because the first thing that a prosecutor may do, now that is from my experience, I'm not a lawyer, but you offer a plea agreement. You offer a plea, and sometimes it's up to 3 times. They will offer. Sometimes, now, not on all cases in my opinion, and experience working with these people. And then if you don't accept a plea, then they say, "Okay, we're going to trial." Uh-oh. What happened? Something happened. We lost our camera. Let me see what's going on here. It says real on the, let me see. Wow, that's bizarre. My whole camera shut down. And I think that's what they're doing with Wendy. They're starting to prepare, thinking. Adelson, I believe Donna laundering the money will make it easier for the jurors to reach a guilty verdict. I think just her total demeanor took evidence. That's right, Rosebud. I think Greg. What in the heck? It just said Greg. I've never seen that before. It's trying to connect here. Partner. Anybody know a Greg? Wow. This camera, I'm going to have to shut it off. I think, I don't know what's going on with it. I think. Look at it. It's getting weird. So I think that might be what's going on. But I think, hello? Okay. I'm getting feed. Oh, I know why it's shutting down. It's hotter than a firecracker. I need to shut that down. Sorry. Sorry, my darlings. I need to shut her down. It's doing some weird things. It's shutting down and still broadcasting. You see this? It's still broadcasting and it's shut down. Let's wake up at 3 a.m. I do too. Motor mouth Charlie. It never stops. Give me a second here. I got to go. Charlie is a talker. Oh, hold on a minute. My darlings, I'm getting a very important call. I got to take it. Let me remove this. I'm going to put you on mute. I got to take it. Talk among yourselves. Sorry, my darlings. So sorry about that. I know Mitchell was asking, what is that pulled? That is the Spirit Key app. You're hearing that run still because it's on my PC, even though my mic was muted. Sorry about that. Let me, and my devices are heating up. So I need to stop this. And we're just going to talk for a minute. And I have a friend who is overseas right now. So the friend actually is doing some business and having a hard time keeping the phone charged, etc., etc. So there we are. I'm going to shut that down. Anyway, let me see. So phones are phones, and you know how that is. You need to watch the trial with us on Recovery Addict. Yes, I should hang out here all night. There you go, Melissa. There you go. She can walk but wobbles. I don't have. Okay, I'm sorry. Wonder how Donna will try to explain away that. Listen, Donna is going to have a very hard time. I might stream the verdict. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Give me a second. I'm going to say hello. And by the way, last Saturday night or Thursday night, whenever it was, please forgive me to whomever donated and that I did not recognize you. And I shut it off. And when it was over, I thought, oh no. So I recognize you, my darlings, because you keep it going for the grifter. Okay. Look how long it took the feds to arrest Donna and Dan, 11 years. So I believe the feds are still on them. I believe that too. I believe that too. And I'm going to tell you what else I believe. Can I tell you this? I believe that there could be a possibility that they are waiting for a new prosecutor, a DA, to be elected. Because that DA, remember, he's the one who still refuses to charge Matthew Farwell. His hands are tied. He won't ever get Matthew out. But I'm wondering, I mean, you know, stranger things have happened at sea. And I think that there's a possibility because the feds are very patient. They will wait. And there's a lot of things going on in Massachusetts right now. And some other people are getting arrested. There's problems. So they're there. They are there. I very anxiously await Howie Carr's book. It should prove very interesting. My copy will have underlying color highlighter. Yep. So, yeah, mine too. And I'm waiting for him to say if I can go ahead and read some of it to you, like little excerpts. Now, do I think that he's going to know anything that we don't know? Probably not. But it's always good to have that book, and I hope it's signed when I get it. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Wait out the DA. I think that's exactly what it is. Let me see. Miss Bus Driver, Lady Zelda, thank you so much for my moon phase reading. I learned an awful lot about myself. Oh, honey, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's my pleasure to do it for you. Thank you so much for the Kitty Whisperer. We haven't gotten the Kitty Whisperer out. Now, before we leave, because I am going to cut this short, it is 10. We've been on here for 3 hours, my darlings. I will, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I was going to say, I will be live again Monday night for Manifestation Monday. First one in September 1st. And then we've got that whole month. So jump over to True Oracle. Make sure you bump that subscribe. And when you do, click on that. You'll see a little arrow there, right? On the subscribe. Click on that and it'll say personalized. You need to click on all notifications. That might be why some of you are not getting your notifications if they're personalized. Who personalized? You either put, it's either all or nothing at all. So put your uh, dibs in over on True Oracle. Tomorrow, I am not reading cards, but next Sunday, which will be, let me give you that date, September the 7th, I will be reading cards on True Oracle. So don't miss that. We have a lot of fun and you get the answers to a lot of your questions, my darling. So remember, late night lives on True Oracle will start happening as well as right here so we can talk about things. Sherry's so disappointed in Carrie Roberts, but then again, in my opinion, Carrie was never a part of the group. So this is where, yep. You got it. You got it. She wanted to be with the in crowd, the in crowd, right? Because she knew Blowout in school, and she was always popular, and she was just never. And then when this happened, she gravitated to Jen. She wanted to be there for Jen. She had alternative motives because she wanted to be, important. She wanted to feel important. She wanted to feel, many things. And hello. Donna thinks that if you wear a cardigan, give a forlorn face, and wear your headphones inside out, won't be innocent. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain the thing inside out, because when I had my ear infection and I would wear the headphones, and yes, sometimes I do to do these EVPs and everything else. If you have an ear problem, if you have a sore ear or something is going on, you turn that part over and it helps to muffle the sound so you can hear better out of the other side. So in all fairness, probably what she was doing, because I've done that before. It looks cranky as can be, but he wrote everything down, right? I believe the feds are patiently collecting and patiently waiting. I believe that. Jen McCabe wasn't used to men telling her no, which made her want John even more. Love your nails. Thank you. Amazon, $3.99. They'll be on for a while. And I have the glue that I use. It is called, what is it called? I can't see it. Oh, you can't see it either. What is it called? Glamnetic glue. It's a brush-on glue. I never use the little squeezy bottles, but there's a way that I put it on. I don't put the glue on my bare nail. I never do that. Thank you for tonight. Thank you for being here, everyone. Let me see. I want Miss Karen book signed, Turtle Boy book, and a Lady Zelda book signed. There you go. Sigfredo Garcia told Katie to take the deal, and she didn't. Why? Because she said that she thought that they were looking for an unaliving penalty, and they were going to put that on the table if she didn't take it. She didn't want to do that to her kids. So she's gone away now for life. And she thinks that she's going to get something out of it. Yes, I never put the glue on my bare nail. I hydrate my nails. I do it. But I put a little bit of brush. What is it? It's a powder. The dip powder. I put a dip powder base, not the gel one. You don't need a lamp. The dip powder base, 2 coats. That helps to protect your natural nail so you don't have thin and brittle nails because you have to etch. You don't saw your nails. How do you know? I was an esthetician for years, licensed in Florida, moved to Virginia. You don't saw. I see that. That's why I don't go to salons. I have a little buffer block, and you etch in the direction that your nail grows. And you make sure that you get over here, and you make sure you get over here, and you make sure that you etch that cuticle just a little bit like this. These little buffer blocks will do the trick. You don't need to be Paul Bunyan and sawing down the trees. And that's what you need to do. And then when your 2 coats dry, then you brush on 1 coat of the nail glue and you let that dry. It seems like it takes so long, but it doesn't. And then when you're ready, you take the nails that you are using and you put a little bit of either acetone or nail dehydrator on the back of the nail. You etch that nail, and that will do it. And then you put the glue on the nail just a little bit, and you put a dot here on this nail, and you press it on and you hold it. And that baby ain't gonna go nowhere. Now, I wear gloves when I do dishes and housework, and I'm doing in laundry because sometimes, you can catch them, and I don't want to mess up my natural nail. So that's, things have changed since I went to esthetician. Esthetician is face, makeup, and then I added a nail thing to it. So, and then I moved around so much, it was just too hard for me to get a job because my husband was a Navy commander and whatever. So I went back to the psychic gig and been there ever since. So that's how you do it, and that's how they'll stay. Wendy has planted texts and conversations with her mom to make herself look innocent. Wendy is a lawyer. Fair enough. Cheers. Cheers to that. Oh, listen, if you want my opinion, ain't none of them innocent except for Dr. Rob. Ain't nobody out of that clan innocent. None. They are just not. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. Dan Markle's birthday's coming up October 9th. What a waste. That's sad. That's sad. I mean, it just kind of makes you wonder. Because I think nowadays, but here's the thing. My darlings, sorry. Here's the thing, my darlings. I don't understand why in this day and age, when we have these things that are, you know everything that everybody is doing. And like Miss Melanie said on her stream today, you leave these apps running like the Book of Faces and the Chat Snaps and the Talkie Ticks and all this other stuff. They have trackers on them. And they sell your information to third-party people. And that is another reason why I'm not going to put the Spirit Key on the App Store, because that's how they make money off of these apps. So when you're downloading an app from the App Store, scroll down to look at the information, and it will tell you, we do not sell your information to third parties, or we do sell your information. Beware. But why do people still, you would think, why do people still think that they are smart enough to outsmart those who do this for a living? Why do people think they're going to get away with it? Why? Why? I don't know. I taught some classes in a haunted jail in Tennessee. And some of the women that I taught, well, I'll tell this story sometime. They were in their 20s and 30s, and they'd have a mother and a grandmother in there with them as well. And we would talk about generational curses. And they would sit in front of me in their little stripes, because Tennessee is striped, black and white stripe, except when you go to prison in Nashville, I think. I'm not sure. But they would sit there. We just don't understand why we're here. Because you choose to do bad things, you bunch of dopes. You choose to continue to live this life that you're living. Well, yeah, but if we don't, we won't make any money. Well, what do you think you're making here? Hello? But you know the sad part? You know the sad part? Oh, I'll tell you that in a minute, Green. You know the sad part of that? These women who were in their 20s, 30s, 40s, even in their 50s, could not make change. I would go in there to the jails and teach GED courses so these women could go out and get a job. And would they? 2 or 3 days, and then they didn't like it because they had to conform to a schedule. And when I saw these women from the jail testify in this case yesterday, that's exactly, they get out, they think that they can't do anything other than what they're doing. They think they're going to do it. They don't have a plan in life. They don't have a plan for, they just don't, they are not thinking, I don't understand. But this comes from the correct and right bringing up of family. If you don't teach your kids between right and wrong, this is going to happen. If you don't teach your kids that there's good and also evil, because there has to be a balance, even in the spiritual world. Family business, that's right. Green says, hi there, my darling. How pretty she is. Lady Zelda, I think some inmates get so used to it that they can't handle life on the outside. Yeah. Yeah. I knew women that were homeless. So long about November and December, they would go into the Dollar General store or one of these, and they would steal just petty stuff, knowing that they would get 3 or 4 months and they would get to stay in jail over the winter and be released in 6 months and be out and do it again. So they would have 3 squares a day. Somebody does the laundry. You sleep around all day. You watch TV, play around to MTV. It's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. Okay, Lady Zelda. Here we go. We're getting into some things now. Lady Zelda, what is the freakiest thing that ever happened or came up on your EVPs? Oh boy, there have been a lot of them. Maybe that needs to be a topic for Help I'm Haunted on Thursday nights. Let me think a second. What was the freakiest thing? I was using the Fisher-Price cassette player and walking around. There were other people. I could see them. You know, I don't allow people to just walk right on top of me because they will. So, you know, maybe across the room. As long as you can see each other, that's the what I always require. You need to know where your partners are. You need to know. And I have my little Fisher Price walking around saying, "Are you here? I don't see you. Who are you?" These questions. What I always ask when I'm on an investigation here, I don't ask it, there's not really a reason, but I always ask, what year is it? Because you may have an energy come through and say, and I've had that before, 1876, 1903, 1978, 19, I mean, they'll give you the year that they know that they resonate with. Pardon me. And so I just didn't think I was getting anything. And I bet this went on for about 30, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe longer. And I was walking around, what year is it? Tell me your name. This, that, the other thing. So what do we always do after an investigation? What do we always do? Coffee, pie. Listen, anybody, you all better know the end game. If I go on a paranormal investigation, it's after we got to pull in to the all night Denny's or wherever, and I need a piece of pie and a cup of coffee when I'm done. Coffee and pie, that's it. So we're sitting there. Shaggy noodle. So we're sitting there, my darlings, and I know I want some peach pie. So we're sitting there, and yeah, okay. So we're sitting there, and we're just talking about things, and I thought, I wonder if I even got anything. I take out my little trusty Fisher Price. I got my little cassette in, and almost every question that I asked, it answered. I would say hello, and it would say greeting, and I would say, who is this? And it would say, Elijah. What year is this? 1747. I'll never forget that. 1747. And it was answering me. It was answering me the whole time, and I didn't hear it in the natural. And then I would say, I know, Mommy's angel. And then I would say, what happened to you? And the freakiest thing that came back and said, are you grounded? I about crapped. No kidding. Intelligent responses. Are you grounded? And of course, I didn't hear that in the natural because I was grounded. But there I have an energy asking from 1747, 1746, and then started talking about Revolutionary War, started talking about, are you grounded? Oh, that's just one freaky thing. That's just one freaky thing. There was another one that I was on, and I was actually there and running my little Fisher Price, going back and forth. And I had a phone at that time because it was, I had a cell phone, so I would record on my cell phone. And I had my cell phone, and was not running an EVP. I was running the just the recorder on my phone, which you can do this on a recorder on your phone, and my little Fisher Price. Well, that's an antique spirit. It sure is. And I was standing there, and there was a big stairway, huge stairway. And I was like, what have, who are you? And I've got my hand on the stairway, which was the banister, which was wood. I always ground myself like that. And I'm like, going through the ritual. Who are you? What year is this? Blah, blah, blah. I heard, because I kept backing it up, trying to hear. And all of a sudden, and there were 2 other people in the room with me, we heard, I'm at the top of the stairs. And we all looked, and this was audible. You could hear it. It was, and it came across on the, I'm sorry. It came across on the things too. I'm at the top of the stairs. And we turned around, and you see these shadow figures? It's exactly what was standing there. And we just all kind of stood there because we're thinking, because in all my days seeing this type of thing, and that, my darling, I design all of my backgrounds, and all of this is stuff that I've seen. And they were starting to freak out, and I'm like, just because it's not like they're going to come down and just jump on you. It was not a full body operation or apparition. It was a shadow like this. And I just said, what do you want? And it just stood there. It was like a contest of wills between he and I. And afterward, listen, I was ready to, but at that moment, I was fascinated that someone pierced the veil and came through that close. And I said, what do you want? What is it that you want? And we didn't hear any more audible. There was no more anything. And as you're looking at it, it just kind of dispersed and faded away. That was it. So those were some freaky things, and some of these were in private properties. It wasn't, I don't like to go to the tourist traps. I'm sorry. And by the way, speaking of tourist traps, for any of those of you who are in Connecticut, I've heard the new pricing for the new Warrens Museum and BB&B. $2,000 per person. You can keep that You can keep that, Matt Rife. $2,000. $2,000. I would never stay there. This is why I don't go to these things. I won't go to the tourist traps, because everybody's, oh, have you been there? Everybody has been. I want you to know, everybody has been to all of these places, including me, to most of them. And I won't go, because you don't get a pure haunting. You get whatever is stirred up. Because the one thing people don't want to do, a lot of investigators, is clean it out so there's no more problems. So people are no longer harassed by stuff that weren't there. I just think it's sad. I won't go there. First of all, that doll. And they had a priest who used to be with Zach Brian Wallet. I don't remember what his name was. But anyway, he was standing right in front of her, blessing. Okay, okay. Not saying God can't do it, but hello, ain't putting myself in harm's way for a doll and $2,000. Hello, I'll just go to the casino and watch everybody there. Let me see. Zelda, is there a house no one has been to that my friend lives in? And the stories I could tell you that I have witnessed, I hope can come investigate. It seems to be good. It's at times scary others. Oh, you never know, my darling. You never know. Annabelle is real. Annabelle and Robert. You will not catch me going to see Robert nor Annabelle. Thank you very much. Ain't going. Ain't going. I just think that it's, and now see everybody, have you been to the Villisca? Have you been to the Bell Witch? Have you been, everybody makes their rounds. There's nothing new. It's like somebody told me one time, if this is the most funny thing I ever heard. Somebody told me one time, wow, that guy must be a drunk. Why? Because I've seen him at this bar and I've seen him at that bar. And well, that must mean that you're a drunk too. Everybody makes their rounds. I started out with a grandmother and a grandfather that believed in you. If you encounter these things and they're in a home, you need to push them away so the people who are living there now can rest. That's what it's about. Go, move on. Ciao. But if you're not going to clean that stuff up, don't go. That's the whole idea. Clean it up, clean it out. Get rid of this stuff. But people, it's like, okay. So I don't know. I don't know. If you look for evil, then you find it. Yeah. Yeah. This thing at my friend's house won't leave, and she doesn't know how to make it leave. We may have to do a remote haunting one time. I can do it remote. What are we doing over there? Meowing. Okay. Yeah, no dolls for me. I don't do dolls. Let me see. I grew up in a farmhouse that they weren't bad, but it was just unnerving. Yeah, we may do that. You never know. You never know. Miss Melanie said that there is a place up near her. If I'm so booked up with this channel and with things that we've got going ahead and personally that I've got to make the time to go up there, but I do want to go up there. I don't fly, so I will be driving. And we will go up there and we'll call Richie and say, Richie, my darling, hello, come on over. We're a meeting. Let's go. So anyway, yeah, I don't do dolls. I don't. Ever since I was 4, I'll tell you all the story about when my family found out that I was gifted. I was 4 years old. We might do that one Thursday night. That was a real family thing. So anyway, my darlings, I want you to enjoy the rest of your August. Prepare for September. Have a beautiful and wonderful Labor Day. And we will be back very, very, very soon. I love you. I love you so much. I want to thank you. And thank you so much for being so generous and gifting me your favorite grifter psychic, because now it's candy corn and no longer cotton candy. And that's the way it is. So I'm going to say goodnight to each and every one of you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? You need to be here Monday night. True Oracle only. And that is Manifestation Monday. You want to have the life you want to live? Let's go. Come and see me. I'll see you again very soon, my darlings. Get ready. Here we go.
They'll tell you the facts are clear, but the truth always flickers between the lines. In every shadow, there's a secret that refuses to stay buried. Clues hide in symbols, and sometimes even fate won't show its hand. Voices echo not just from the living, but from the silence they leave behind. I'm Lady Zelda. This is Seeing Crime, where what's hidden doesn't stay hidden for long. Until next time, keep watching.